questions?
Okay.
Up to you.
First of all, thank you for the time, and it is the very good moment for us. Even though we have been pretty successful with the previous L series, and we have upgraded every small aspect of the L series redesign here. So I hope that our consumers in Europe and global area will enjoy the design and the overall value of our products. So if you have any questions, I can answer on those questions with my pleasure. So let's start. You are recording all of these?
Well, these are all obviously they're all online media, online
Okay.
bloggers and media. Therefore,
Ooh.
the videos and the photos are key to their content. Real quickly, he'll talk about
Okay.
briefly about the products.
Okay, as you see, our product, they have quite slim bezels and overall compact style, so which means that we have inherited all the premium DNA from very high end to those affordable area. So for consumers who are seeking for the perfect balance between the very high end design, nice finish, as well as the price value. So they are seeking the balance between those. So for those consumers who are seeking the perfect value of those things, I think LG is the right answer. And the people who's seeking the high brand, for instance, the people who's using phone, everybody else is using the phone. I think that's not the typical LG users. LG users will have a better understanding of the design and performance, so they will know of all of the details and usabilities and design. So those consumers we are much more interested in, and with those consumers we can enhance our brand image, and so that we can have a brighter future in several years. So it's quite unusual for me. Okay, if you have any questions, I can be answering on that. It's somehow nervous.
Don't
Those
worry.
cameras are heading for me. So if you see these designs, as you know, the very high-end design will have like the scratch-proof self-healings, and every high technology will be there, and this one will have a different type of finish, but still the metallic pattern finish, and those things, some of the key elements are being inherited into our affordable lines too. So as you can see here, we are getting some kind of familyhood in our designs here, and we apply the special finish with the special texture and the metallic surface looking, and we are also applying pretty high technology to make those bezels pretty thinner, so that it can have a perfect fit to your hand. So you'll see quite the good and compact overall size and feeling in your hand, while maintaining every single detail to be very highly refined. That's the key strategy for us.
G2 Mini and the G Pro 2 have one of the highest display to surface ratio. Is that correct?
No.
Somewhere around
Kind of
76%.
nervous. Okay, another thing. We have 이거 퀵 커버 같은 거 다 나가는 거잖아. 어디까지 나가지? So
Everything but
Yeah.
the L40.
okay, this is quick cover. So if I turn it on, it will be automatically turned on. If I close it, there will be some displays contextually changing. So this kind of a quick cover is available for all, except that very small, available for those the tiers. And the knock-on thing. So for instance, this one is equipped with knock-on, and this one will be equipped with a knock code. So you don't have to type in password or something like that. So we have a special kind of the encrypted knocking for the phone. So those kind of UX will be also inherited to the quite affordable range. So users can enjoy the features from the very high-end phone through the performance level of the like a highly performing affordable phones. So LG's philosophy is that if there's a good thing, let's inherit those. Whatever its design, whatever its UX, let's inherit from the very high-end phones to the affordable phones. That's the key philosophy for us. So users, even though they are buying like a L50 or L70, like a affordable phones, still they can enjoy very high-end features and feeling of the high-end design.
So
That's a basic line.
what do you think? What's the main advantage of the curved design above the normal design or the common design? Why a curved device?
Why curved device?
Yeah.
First, yeah.
What's the main advantages of
Actually,
having that kind of device?
when you're thinking of design, actually we have a roadmap approach. So this is flat design.
Yep.
And there will be, over there, maybe we'll have a rollable or even flexible design there. So it's on our way to there. So
Yep.
at the stage of today, so as of today, we can make this kind of the curvature in the
Yep.
phone. But as you may know, in order to make the perfect curved phone, maybe it will have it will be a little bit awkward to have a curved side key. So the back key is perfect match for that. And in
Yep.
order to make this, actually you can be sitting like this. So
Yep.
we have to make the phone to be robust as it is.
Oh, can you? All right.
So it has metal frame inside, but we innovated the metal frame itself, so it can resist this kind of things. And it has, because this is curved,
Okay.
it is weak for the scratch in this area. So this is self-healing plastic. So all the scratches will be gone away within 2 minutes. So in order to make this, we also need to develop the curved battery as well.
Yep.
So many things has to be prepared in order to produce this, and even more things have to be prepared for the future as well. So
Yep.
this is on our way to the real future. So this is the symbol of our innovation. So in terms of UX, so see, you are seeing this kind of the sky. Sorry. So, and it's moving with the gyro.
Okay.
So we developed a special GUI for this form factor as well. So we
Yeah.
are developing every single environmental things to be fitting this kind of form factor. So and this is good for movie viewing. So at the first time we thought that will it be good for the movie viewing or not? But after we realized that our 55-inch curved OLED TV,
Yep.
and if I view that TV from 4 meters away,
Yep.
and if I view this movie in this phone within a feet away, we realize that we have a similar experience. So this is the more immersive viewing experience for the phones.
All right.
It
Cool.
has certain benefit, but we are keep innovating ourselves for the future. So this is one of the products on the way of our roadmap to the future, I would say. Okay, can I swipe on the sweat?
Yep.
I'm
Sure.
kind of nervous. I've never been this kind of.
One question: do you think that all devices should have rear buttons because it's much more natural when using it?
Yeah, actually, we are making a very comprehensive research on the back button. We realized that for the big phones, actually when the phone was very small, actually you can even you are pressing the power button here, you can still hold it. See?
Yep.
But if it is big, like this,
Yep.
we are using different joint. So if you're trying to press the button here,
Yep.
you can easily feel it.
Yeah.
So the back button is a perfect solution because you can perfectly hold this
Yep.
and operate this. So it is developed for the bigger phones actually. So many of the bigger phones will keep the back buttons. In the small phones, something like this, even with the back button, our angle for the finger will be a little bit upward. So it needs to have a certain size. So
Alright.
which is bigger than a 5-inch or 4.5-inch, maybe we will use this. So this is ergonomically perfect here. This is ergonomically not good, but this is ergonomically good. Even though we are pressing the power on the side, we can still hold the phone. But try. It is very hard to hold the phone. So bigger phones will have the rear button.
Seeing that rear button, have you think about designing a button that let you navigate in a web page, for example,
like a touch,
doing
you mean.
this?
Yeah. Actually, we have been thinking about that at the
Yep.
beginning, but if you are providing two new things to the consumer,
Yep.
they'll be hesitating to use it, or they need to learn it. But let's say after the Leo button like that
Yeah.
has been in the market for 2 years, maybe people will be accustomed to it, and naturally they will think that, can you do like a side, or can you do navigate around that? Maybe that's the right timing for the for LG to provide that kind of button. If you provide this button with a touchpad here,
Yep.
maybe that will be too new, and people will think that, oh, this is too
Yeah.
difficult to learn, so maybe
Yeah.
I'll take it away. But with a very simple, impactful message, okay, you know what? It is easy to operate this, and you can easily knock on or
Yep.
no code onto this, so that you don't need a button here. That's a simple and bold message. We will go for the bold message. After this will be accustomed to the consumers, maybe
Yep.
we can think about that, but not for the time being, I think. So we need to have a roadmap for that as well. But as a designer, we have a lot of ideas inside,
Okay.
but we will release those kind of idea based on the consumer trend is moving forward. That's
Okay.
a strategy.
I have been using that smart cover for an LG G2, but I think there are not a lot of features. For example, I cannot read a text message or an email. I cannot see WhatsApp notifications. You have the clock. You have the playback, music playback. But are you planning to implement some new features in that smart cover or not?
Actually, we it as a UX team and design team developed this much of the experience which can be done in the window, but
Yep.
we launched several things. But some of the things, for instance, I cannot tell you the detail, but some of the things we'll take it out because there has been some complaints about
Yeah.
the wrongful operation. So we'll take out and we'll enhance some of the functionality, and we will launch new service in here as well. So we will launch
Okay.
some new service
Yep.
for the time being, and we will take out some of the service. So we will upgrade it.
Because it would be interesting, for example, to read an email or a message, and the battery consumptions will be less because the
less.
size of the
Yeah,
screen
yeah,
it
yeah.
will be
Yeah.
shorter.
But in
So-
LCD, they are similar, but in LED, it's OLED, it's better. But for instance, for taking like with the back button, you can take the picture like that. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a good feature.
Yep.
So this kind of things has been getting very good the feedback from the consumers.
Yep,
So we
sure.
will continue to do this. But for
Excellent.
the music player things, maybe people seems to not be interested in that much.
No, really?
Yeah.
No.
So we are actually seeing the feedback. So if you are saying
Yeah.
that this is good, it will be
For
the
me,
main thing.
it's quite good.
So we have a lot more things to be prepared for this window, because this is not just simple window. This is another type of the UX. So we have
Because
put in a lot of
you
things.
can, for example, personalize the features of this screen. If people don't want to manage the music playback, the music player, they can disable this feature. But if people wants to control the music player, they can enable the feature. It could be interesting to have a setting page to enable some features or
That's the
disable.
right direction, but we are not introducing those kind of changes in this MWC. So let's
Right.
focus in those things, and we'll
Okay.
update on that.
Excellent.
Okay.
Perfect.
And any other questions?
Yeah, before you told us that the LG Flex is just a step for the future. For LG, what is the future with the flexible phones?
I told to some media saying that this is the main branch of our big tree. So this is not the only direction we are heading for, but this is one of the major branch we are heading for. So we will have like a flexible roadmap, and this is the beginning. And we have researched a lot. So we made 109 different type of the curved one. This one, and the other one, and some galaxy type of things. And we made a research out of the 109 mockups, and this was the in terms of balance perspective, the price, availability, and usability, and customers' reaction. This is the right answer for the time being as of today. So there will be a roadmap for the flexible phones in LG. But there will be lot more things to come, but I cannot detail what it will be. So you understand me. So we have an idea, but I cannot tell as of today. But this has already a lot of innovations: curved battery, curved circuitry, curved metal, and the glass we have developed together with Corning so that it can resist this. So there are many innovations already. So based on the seed, like that innovation, we'll add up more innovation and we'll see the even better future. And this is the one of the branch for that.
Excellent.
Thanks. Well, I got a question. It's also about buttons, but not that buttons. It's about the Android buttons. When since the LG G2 went on the screen, as you may know, I would like to ask why this change. Why do you prefer Android buttons inside the home screen, but not like the Optimus G on the bezel, which in my opinion maybe uses the 100% of the screen. So that is my question.
Actually, we have a very close relationship with Google. So we are discussing many things with Google, and having actually Google's idea is that the back key will be the left, because the left is the past and right is the future, and when you are reading the text. So that is the thinking. So, and even the Microsoft Internet Explorer, the back button is on the far left corner of the left. So Google and we thought that okay, maybe a left button on the left will be good. But some of the manufacturers, as you may know, they are saying that okay, we still maintain the back button on the right. So for the LG phone, with the buttons inside of the screen, actually, the user can change it based on their preference. So maybe the back button can be on the right side, or even they can do this with the button here. So it can allow users to have more contextual changes onto the buttons.
So the main point is the customization of the
Yes.
buttons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have mine set of 4 buttons.
Yeah, it's
오른쪽 거 보여주세요.
that's okay.
So we can go for 5 or 6 in the future, maybe if user want it. But as of today, one of the most critical points is that the user can change the back button location left and right, and we are allowing it. So as a company philosophy, we respect our consumers. If they like the back buttons, we're like, okay, you can change it. But basically, we are kindly asking our consumers that maybe left back button is more aligned with our mental model, because the left is the past and right is the future, something like that.
So, thank you.
And with that, actually buttons on the side, we can reduce the bezel itself as well.
Yeah, that's what I hope, because I mean, like the G2 was like 75-76% of the screen of the phone, which is quite a big number.
And we are even increasing it.
Yeah, but it's not the real size, even though now in Android KitKat with some applications in immersive mode they disappear. In most of the applications they are still there. And for example, the G2 itself, the lateral and top are like the smallest I've seen in a phone. And I was like, well, maybe those Android buttons would fit in the bezel at the below. But yeah, if it's about the customization and that, I respect that, because that's a major point.
Yeah. And actually the button will be contextually, it will be often disappearing with the contextual changes. I think that's a policy. KitKat and the next maybe version, maybe it will be on and off with the content. For instance, in the picture of movie, it will be gone, so you can enjoy the full screen, something like that. So that's one of the major direction for us, I think.
Okay.
Which will be the minimum size of the device to use a rear buttons?
We are seeing according to the research, actually we fabricate another 70 mock-ups for that. To research only for these things. We realized that up until with this kind of bezel, up until the 4.5 inch, it is possible.
All right.
If it's smaller than 4.5,
it's
hard.
It's not comfortable.
Yeah, so we made a research with a very famous renowned university in Korea, so with the Human Factors Lab. So we made a decision. Okay, if it's exceeding 4.5, let's do the back button.
Okay, excellent, perfect.
But still,